All right, let's just dive right into this. Welcome to today's explainer. We're going to cut straight through the overwhelming and honestly kind of exhausting noise around this whole modern gut health trend. I mean, if you've walked down a grocery aisle recently and been aggressively marketed to by a $9 bottle of kombucha, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It feels like every third product on the shelf claims to heal your gut right now. It is literally everywhere. And here's the really fascinating tension we're going to unpack today. Some of the gut health conversation is rooted in genuinely important, groundbreaking science. But a huge chunk of it, it's really just a label slapped on a marketing claim designed to sell you something. So our goal today is to sort out exactly which is which. So here is our game plan for today. First, we'll look at gut health, hype versus reality. Second, the power of fiber diversity. Third, probiotics and marketing myths. And finally, we'll wrap up with your real gut action plan. Okay, Section 1, Gut Health, Hype versus Reality. Before we start busting any marketing myths, we really have to acknowledge the actual biological reality here, which is your gut microbiome. Basically, this refers to the trillions, yes, trillions with a T, of bacteria currently living in your digestive tract. I want to validate this right out of the gate. This foundational biology is completely real and highly supported by science. You actually do have a bustling microscopic ecosystem inside of you, and it is absolutely vital to your overall well-being. And these little guys, they do some serious heavy lifting for us. The microbiome genuinely influences your digestion, your immune function, and, get this, even your mood, through something scientists call the gut-brain connection. So the hype, it absolutely has a real, tangible biological origin. The foundation is incredibly solid. The problem, as we'll see in a minute, is how loosely that real science gets stretched to sell almost anything.
Moving on to Section 2, the power of fiber diversity.
Now check out this stark contrast. A lot of us think, okay, to fix my digestion, I just need more fiber, right? Like just chug a massive scoop of the exact same supplement powder or eat the exact same bowl of oatmeal every single morning. But science actually points us toward fiber diversity. Why? Because different strains of those beneficial bacteria like different types of plant fibers. By eating a diverse array of plants, you're giving your entire bacterial workforce the exact fuel they need to produce short-chain fatty acids. And this is huge for your digestion because those fatty acids actually line and protect your gut, keeping everything breaking down incredibly smoothly.
So what does a truly diverse plant diet actually look like? Well, it breaks down into a few main categories: vegetables, fruits, legumes, whole grains, nuts, and seeds. Getting a wide range across these specific categories is the true, scientifically backed secret to feeding a healthy microbiome. It's kind of like giving your gut a massive buffet, so the whole ecosystem has the varied fuel it needs to properly regulate your digestive tract.
Now, beyond just fiber, there's another proven ally here: fermented foods with live cultures. These actually have real, hard evidence behind their gut and immune benefits. We're talking about things like plain yogurt, kimchi, or sauerkraut. Honestly, alongside fiber diversity, fermented foods are kind of the other dietary intervention that genuinely works. I know it's a bit boring and totally unglamorous compared to some flashy, heavily marketed new supplement, but this is the real, evidence-based path to a healthy gut.
All right, Section 3, probiotics and marketing myths.
So when we pivot over to that flashy world of expensive supplements, powders, and teas, there's a massive gap between what the labels say and what the science actually says. Labels will boldly promise they'll permanently colonize your gut. Science? It shows long-term colonization is actually quite rare. Labels promise instant gut healing, a phrase that usually leans on really official-sounding medical language, but the evidence for that specific product is usually weak or just entirely absent. They promise universal benefits, yet the science tells us that strain-specific effects are wildly inconsistent. And frankly, half the time, the product labels don't even clarify which specific strains they're using.
In fact, here is a reality check that surprises pretty much everyone. Most probiotic supplements just haven't been shown to meaningfully colonize your gut long-term at all. It completely shatters this common marketing myth that you can just pop a single, super expensive pill and magically rebuild your gut flora overnight. The marketing has simply sprinted way past the evidence here, plain and simple.
Which brings us to Section 4, your real gut action plan. Based strictly on the actual science, here is your rock-solid daily strategy. Step 1, prioritize dietary diversity. Remember that giant rainbow of different plant fibers we talked about? That is what fuels those short-chain fatty acids to really aid and smooth out your digestion. Step 2, be consistent. Dietary consistency over any single superfood or magic pill is the high-leverage move that almost nobody wants to hear, but it is exactly what works. And step 3, see a doctor for persistent symptoms.
That last step is incredibly vital, so let's just reinforce it right here. Look, if you have persistent digestive symptoms, that is a conversation for your doctor, not a trip down the supplement aisle. Persistent symptoms can be a crucial biological signal that something needs to actually be diagnosed, not just soothed over with some trendy tea or random probiotic. Gut health is immensely important to your overall health, but we really need to treat it with actual medical respect, not just treat it like another marketing category to throw our money at.
So yes, gut health has absolutely been turned into a marketing buzzword way faster than the science could keep up. But now you actually have the visual framework and the knowledge to separate the hype from the reality. So let me leave you with this. What is your absolute biggest gut health question right now? Drop it in the comments below, and I will absolutely fact check it in a future explainer. Keep focusing on feeding your microbiome that diverse